I love my life. And I've been very blessed that since the age of 6, I knew I wanted to be a doctor and I knew I wanted to live in Canada. This was just a dream that I'd had since as long as I can remember. My parents never finished high school, went to university. You know, back in those days, you would leave school at 16, get a job, and stay at that and work that way. So, you know, no one in my family is in the medicine. I didn't know anyone in Canada, or I can't even say that I ever heard about it. I must have heard about it somehow, because that's how I wanted to figure out to live here. And I spent most of my youth and my high school time making sure that what I needed to do was get into med school. And then once I was in med school and doing that, I made sure that I had all of the paperwork and all of the, you know, all of the things that I needed to get my licensing in Canada.
Johannesburg or?
Cape Town. So I studied at University of Cape Town, which is really beautiful. You know, you're right nestled in on Table Mountain, which is absolutely gorgeous. So a really fabulous medical program. I mean, I couldn't have asked for better training.
Right.
Did my internship which is a year that we do after medical school. I went to Mpumalanga province, which is a kind of a province in the west of South Africa.
Right.
Spent a year there, very, very rural, and then came back to Cape Town and did emergency medicine there afterwards before I moved to Canada.
Right. And so when did you move to Canada? Now, coming to Canada is not all that easy necessarily.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I guess this again where I'm really now at this age understanding how blessed I was to have the insight to do all the things that I did. So while I was doing my training, I had looked into what paperwork I might need for Canada so that I had all of, you have to get documents signed off from every head of department at certain parts of your training, which have to be dated in certain times, verifying that you're appropriate to work. And all of this goes with, you know, all these application forms and personal paperwork and stuff that they need when you're applying here.
Right.
And I'd actually done that as I was doing my training. So by the time I was done, I had it ready. Didn't have to run around and go find other people, different parts of the country again. I mean, we do know in South Africa, you may never find that person again to do the thing you need, right? I mean, we have a very large population, and it's not because people don't want to, it's just people are busy. To even get hold of somebody in that department and get the message across would have been a lot of work. And I had it all ready by the time I was ready to do my application.